Hello Leo, and welcome back to my channel, and this is your year ahead from anything spiritual. My name is Mandy and we're going to pull some cards and see what your year ahead for 2026 has got in store for you. We're going to pull a card for every month, and your first one out for January is the Ten of Swords. Now when tens come out, it's a completion, so it's showing you in January that you are completed a cycle, you're possibly done with something. This could be a cycle to do with thoughts, this could be to do with arguments, because the swords often indicate external forces. So January sees you, Leo. I feel you're planning for more positivity, because you're done with the negative. And you can see the sun almost coming up in that card. So it's a lovely card to show that you start off January in quite a positive mood, and you're not going to let anybody bring in negative thoughts, pull you down. You've decided you want to start off the year positive. You want to go through January in this lovely positive mood. February sees you advancing forward with some plans that you've made. This could be to do with work, this could be to do with home life, this could be to do, in your personal area or family. But you've clearly made some decisions and you're moving forward and advancing on. You're taking the next steps that you need to take in a particular situation. Could be something that you've left for a little while. I'm going to pull another card. And again, it's the Ace of Swords. So again, it's to do with thinking. This is something that you've thought about for a while. So something that you've put off. So January, we see you thinking positive. But February, we see you starting new beginnings. Starting to advance with something that you've thought about for a while, but you've put off, you've procrastinated on. But now, Leo, February 2026 sees you finally doing something that you've held back in doing, that you've planned, that you've said you're going to do, and now you're finally doing it. March sees you having to have a little rest, a little bit of time out, balancing your energies. Perhaps February, advancing forward with whatever it was idea and getting plans in motion has perhaps worn you out a little bit. So March sees you taking a little break, having a little rest. It's almost like a healing time as well. And balancing. You don't want to overwork. You don't want to start the year off, knocking yourself up, being absolutely exhausted, not being able to get through the rest of it. Perhaps you have some more plans which you need your energy for. So March sees you just cutting back a little bit, having a bit of a healing time, having a little bit of rest from the plans that you've been doing. April, lovely card there, the Nine of Cups. When that card comes out, it used to be nicknamed the Wish card. In other packs, it has a rainbow, and you can see everything you want sort of coming there under that rainbow. So there we go. You've sat back in March, having a little rest, having a think about things, because April sees you going for your dreams, your wishes. So Leo, you're being quite strategic in 2026. We see you here planning things in February. We see you sitting back a bit in March, waiting, biding your time. And then in April, we see you going for your dreams. So wow, a lovely start to 2026. And certainly strategic thinking for you to ensure that you get what you want. So April sees you reaching for those dreams. And in May, we certainly have some new beginnings, and this could be job, it's money, it's abundance. So whatever you've been planning, February, whatever you got going in April, you are reaping the rewards in May. You've got new money coming in. So new beginnings and new opportunities for you in 2026. But it looks like you are doing this, Leo, and you are manifesting this, and you are bringing in this for yourself. This is going to make you very, very happy. The 10 of Pentacles. Wow, April, May time for you next year. You're going to be bringing in that abundance. Being very, very happy and pleased with yourself. So well done, Leo. You're certainly doing well for yourself next year. And you deserve to be very proud of yourself. And there, look at that in June. The Queen of Cups. And it just shows that lovely energy that you're in. Nothing can touch you. You're in your flow. Look at her sat there with that energy going round. You're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your life. You're in control of that energy flow. June sees you enjoying what April and May have brought you. June sees you sitting there, enjoying your life, enjoying the energy, enjoying what is just flowing to you. So a lovely first 6 months for you in 2026, Leo. July shows you getting back to concentrating, checking everything is in order, especially around work and creativity. So anything you've created, you're not just going to sit back now and lose it and let it fall through your fingers. You've worked hard for what you've got. You've worked hard for this abundance and this achievement. And June sees you enjoying it, but July sees you getting back to getting everything in a row and checking that, you know, this continues, doing your best to keep this flow going, keeping an eye on everything. August, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. This could be, again, an opportunity to train, study, expand on what you've got, use what you've already got. So this could be you having a good look, making sure you've got things in order in July there. And August sees you possibly expanding a bit or using something that you've got saved up, like, you know, some sort of training or something. But being able to use that which you've got, and you were checking that in July, you were making sure. So again, perhaps in July you was aware that you may need a qualification, or you may need a certain amount of money for something. Perhaps you're investing. And August sees you going for that. August sees you using that which you've got. So it could be some sort of investment in August, or it could be, like I say, something that you've got stored up. September sees you again enjoying life. You keep having these little breaks next year where you can just sit back and enjoy, you know, reaping what you've sowed. And look at her. Again, planning. 3, looking ahead to the future. Something that you're doing next year could be securing you for a lot further to come. So we're not just talking, when you're planning things for next year, we're not just talking short-term goals here. These are things that you want to enjoy the benefit of for a few years to come yet. So Leo, we certainly see you making plans which hopefully are going to look after you for quite a few years. Plans which you can expand on. Plans which you've already got the training in, or, you know, the qualifications, or you've got the money for it. Like I say, it's some sort of investment. But you certainly seem to be going for this. October sees you celebrating, sees you getting together with friends and family, probably even people from your past. So September and October certainly seems a time for you where you're looking ahead, planning for your future, but also making time for friends and family. Let's pull some more cards for you. So certainly a lovely year. I mean, I don't even want to jinx it and say no negative cards out yet. But you've had some lovely cards here, Leo. 2026 certainly looks like a very successful year for you, where you are enjoying, as you go through the year, you're taking that time to show that gratitude and that enjoyment for what you've got. And November, you've got the Five of Cups. You're taking the time to sit there and look how your life has changed. You're looking from where you started in January to how far you've come. And you're looking at how your life has changed and what's had to leave your life, what's had to come in. So a lovely little card there where you're looking back at the changes. And obviously do not concentrate on anything that has left your life, because look what you've still got in it. Look at all this success that you've brought in your life. And you have been making time for friends and family. Perhaps that's what you feel you've missed out on, is with all this working hard in the first 6-7 months of the year. Perhaps you felt that you missed out on a bit of family time. Who knows? You've certainly got a busy year ahead for you next year. And December, you've got the Temperance card, which again is a card about balance, tempering, calming things down. So now's the time for you again to slow down in December next year. When you've worked hard, you've done all this advancing, you know, all these opportunities coming in for you. You can now sit back November and December, look at those changes, look at what's sort of gone on, see how far you've come, but also temper, calm and balance your life back again. So you've got that equal balance of work and family, because April, May, June, you're quite possibly very busy. And then again, July and August. So you will be making family time September and October, but you will be making sure you keep that family balance time in as you go through to November and December there. So Leo, there's your year ahead for you for 2026. I'll put a link in the description below to my sister's channel, Manzana Inspiration. She also releases monthly videos. But a lot of hard work, a lot of success coming to you. And then you will learn to balance your family and work time as we get to the end of 2026. Successful year for you, Leo.